afternoon. Saturday, the end of our week, and I'm gonna do, this is weird, I'm gonna do Saturday's videos with, so I can see how far I've got with my shirt off, okay? And this isn't me posing or anything like that. Believe me, it takes you know, a lot of balls for me to post videos of myself, and like this. I don't do it lightly, and I know I'll get slated by some people, but that's fine. It's me doing what I want to do, and it's me getting my little journey out there, 90 days to get in better shape. And it'd be stupid to not show you what shape I'm in whilst doing it. So there you go, my skinny fat frame. Some people will probably be looking and thinking, there you go, so every angle. Some people will probably be looking and thinking, why are you doing 90 days to get in shape? It's you're in half decent shape already. And then there'll be others looking, thinking, he's not in very good shape for a trainer. Now that's two different demographics, and that's either end of the spectrum. I know fat folks in their 40s are probably laughing at me for even eating a salad. And then there are people that are in amazing shape year round. They've been counting their macros for years. They've been stringent on their diet for a long time, and they've been lifting weights for a long time, like I have. Looked at me a few months ago and thought, you know, what's a personal trainer doing? Showing you that he's eating a pizza, showing you that he's having a good time, showing you that he's going out and having beers, mentioning that he had a big Christmas Day brunch or whatever. But I want part of this program of what I want to show you here of 90 days is that you can have those good times. You can have a knees up and a pizza and a burger and a chunk of time where you're a bit less strict on your diet. But there's also has to be times when you need to tighten up, just to maintain the body that I've got now, which is at the beginning of this transformation, has required training every day, has required 5 times a week, has required some thought of my diet, my nutrition. For at least 5 days a week, I was relatively clean. I wasn't eating shit constantly. I definitely didn't visit any fast food places other than the odd Nando's, if you want to call that fast food, and stuff like that. But that's where I was at, and that's where I was happy at. But this next step for me is about seeing what I can do, how lean I can get, and see if I can put on a bit of muscle as well at the same time. It's 90 days. It's not like I said in a video the other day, it's, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a lifetime. You know, if you're not willing to put 90 days aside and maybe sacrifice the odd social event, the odd pizza, the odd muffin for breakfast, then that's fair enough. But you obviously don't value when you say you want a six-pack, when you say you want to be leaner, you obviously don't mean it as much as I mean it, because I am giving up those things. So that's absolutely, people need to look into what they want, how much they want it, and what they're willing to do to get it. Me personally, I'm willing to give up these next couple of months as a worth of, social events. There's nothing much coming up on the agenda. There might be the odd night out where I have to turn down a bunch of beers, and the odd lunch that's out where I have to take a pack up, or a day out where I have to take a pack up. Yesterday I was on the beach. My girlfriend and her friend went for they had quite healthy lunches. They had salads, but I personally had my own salmon and spinach and stuck with it. Absolutely, that's what is going to be needed to get what I want to achieve. But what else I want to talk about today in this last video of the week was a bit of the mentality, like I've just mentioned, actually, a bit of the mentality of training and me and my goals and why I'm doing this. I was on the beach yesterday, and there were some guys in amazing shape, incredible shape guys doing calisthenics. It's all the rage now. I was up in Dubai and they were ripped, in absolutely incredible shape. And I looked at those and thought, you know, I don't know if I'll be there in 3 months' time. I don't think I'll be in that good a shape in 3 months' time. And I thought, you know what, fuck it. Absolutely not the point whatsoever. The point is that my motivation's internal. It's my motivation for me. It's not me competing against somebody else. It's not me competing against somebody else. It's not me trying to be in better shape than somebody else. It's me trying to be in better shape than I am now at the beginning of the transformation. I want to be in better shape in 1 month's time. By the end of it, I want to be in better shape than I was a month previous, 2 months previous, and definitely in better shape than I was 3 months previous to that. So when people talk about what motivates them, I think personally that if the motivation is coming from outside, if it's a competition with a work colleague, I've heard that a few times. If it's coming from magazines, media, and fucking social media and Facebook posts, and you're doing this so you've got a decent fucking profile picture to put up, it's the wrong reasons. You need to look deeper than that. You need to really think about why you're doing it and find a better reason than a decent social media picture, because it will not work. Yeah. You'll crack if that's your motivation. There's another school of thought that says there's only two reasons really why people do something, and it's to avoid pain or to gain pleasure. And the motivation of avoiding pain is much greater than the motivation of running towards pleasure. So, for example, if you was if you was being told you've got a life-threatening disease unless you train 6 times a week, you train 6 times a week. If someone said train 6 times a week and you'll be 5 kilo lighter in a year's time, a lot less likely to happen. So that's another school of thought that I just want to put out there and think that when I think about that personally, obviously I'm running towards pleasure. No one's told me I'm going to die if I don't do this. That's my my internal motivation is seeing what I can achieve. I don't feel pain when I look in the mirror. I'm not running away from that, but I want to know what I can achieve. Me personally, seeing what I can do in 90 days, and all my clients I encourage to find their motivation over 90 for a 90-day transformation, or just starting on a program. They need to find what's going to take them, what's going to be their thought process when they're saying no to a glass of wine or a burger or a pizza or whatever. What's going to get them to say no? Because if you've hardly want it, or if it's like I said, that skinny bitch in Vogue magazine that's the reason that you're doing it, it's not going to be enough when you're sat at a table with a bunch of mates having a bottle of wine. So something to think about is motivation, why you're doing it. I questioned my why yesterday, and I come up trumps with a decent reason, and that it's internal. I want to see what I can do. A little thing I did think about yesterday was, I'm sure people will ask me sometime over this 3 months why I'm doing it. Why? I'm in half decent shape already. Why? My dad ran a marathon when he was 40. Why? That took him at least 3 months to train for, more. I'm pretty sure he did that 6 months of training. I can't remember, but he would have been asked why. Why are you doing it? Because it's an internal thing. You want to prove to yourself that you can do something. Of course, he probably did get a bit of shit when he missed the odd night out because he was on a run, or he missed the odd social event. And I was young at the time, probably 12 at the time, and he missed seeing me a bit because he was training. And there was the odd Saturday I know where he went and did races, and instead of seeing me, and that, absolutely, he'd made a few sacrifices to prove to himself that he could do this 26 miles in whatever it was, sub 4 hours, I think it was, at 40 years old. Absolutely, his motivation. He wasn't doing that for anyone else. People run marathons and triathlons all the time in Abu Dhabi, with their own reasons for doing them. I'm pretty sure if you ask them, that they'll tell you it's for them and not for anyone else. It should be, that's for sure. And if you want to get a decent result, it should 100% definitely be for you, no one else. Right, guys, that's me out. I'll catch you next week.